What's going on, everybody? All right, so let's talk about the IC Choice program and how to run the regional areas and get home often, so you can have a good payday plus good home time. Because I hear a lot of people that leave, they turn their trucks back in if they're leasing them from the company. And some of them, turn them back into the dealerships or the banks and stuff because, it's not the system. There's plenty of freight. There's plenty of loads to do. Okay, so it's not that. What most of it all boils down to is drivers not getting home enough if they have families. And that all boils down to the driver. And a lot of them don't have... they think the old way of trucking that they were taught, which is run miles, and they think they have to have high revenue. I was sitting there looking at the Facebook pages and everything the other day, and you hear people there, well, I can't hit $4,000 revenue. I can't hit $5,000 weekly revenue. I can't. That's not the number you need to worry about. See, the problem is they're getting the wrong information. All right, they're being told, you need to do $4,000 revenue to get this type of paycheck. You need to do $5,000 revenue to get this other type of paycheck. Yeah, that's true if you're going to haul long miles for a low rate per mile. Then yes, you have to do a lot of miles. But see, what you want to do is this, and this is how you get home. This is how you don't have all that problems with home time. Is what you do is take, for example, if you live in Atlanta, do a 400-mile radius around Atlanta, 400-mile radius around at the destination for Atlanta. That way you're going to see all the loads within 400 miles of Atlanta that deliver within 400 miles of Atlanta. And this is what I'm talking about, doing your homework. So if you're new and all this, or even if you've been here a long time, just don't understand that you can make the good money running regional. This is how you do it, and it might take a month or two to figure your lanes out. So take the shorter paychecks, lower paychecks for a few paychecks, and maybe a month even, because it's going to be benefit. You're going to benefit from this. So here's the system, and this is how it works. You do that radius, you write down the loads that you like. And you got to be looking 3 or 4 times a day, right? So you write these loads down, and then as time goes on, you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see when these loads pick up, when they deliver. You're going to see the other loads that connect with these loads, so you can get back home or get through the house. If you set up a triangle, for instance, if you go deliver the load, pick the load up, go deliver it, and then take that load over, and then when you're deadheading back for your load again, that passes you through the house, see? So you get home. That way you can be home during the week a few times, plus you'd be home on the weekend, doing this system like this. And what you want to do is, if you're running short loads, you want to start out with 1.5 short loads a day. And 1.5 means is you pick one up and deliver it, you go pick up the next load, and you start heading towards its delivery. So that way, let's say it's Monday. So that way on Tuesday, you deliver that load Tuesday morning, you pick up another load, deliver that load Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, you do the same thing. You pick up, deliver, pick up another load, get halfway there or close to there, and then Thursday, you would deliver, pick up, deliver. Friday, you would pick up, deliver, and if you did another load on Friday on that half system, you would pick up, deliver Saturday morning, go home Saturday, Sunday, leave out Monday again, right? So that's how you do that. And then once you master that and you find the other loads that connect better, you'll find better loads, then you can try to do 2 a day. And when you get to the point where you do 2 loads a day on a consistent basis, that's where you're going to make good money, and you're going to be able to be home on the weekends and sometimes during the week. And that way everybody at home's happy, because you're making decent money, plus you got home time, so you got the best of both worlds, and you have less failure that way, because what causes failure in the trucking industry is not the companies, it's all about the home time if you have a family. So, because if they're not happy, what happens is every little thing in the trucking industry mounts up and bothers you even more, and it's really not that. It's really what the home situation is what's really causing it. But it gives drivers an excuse to blame somebody else but themselves on failing, right? Because they can say, oh, well, you know, the company has too many, I chased too many empties, or they got load cancellations, or, you know, I'm sitting at docks too long, or, you know, and so on and so on and so on. But that's trucking, you know. You can't make the shipper, it's not the company's fault the shipper don't want to load the load, or doesn't want to unload the load. They want to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 hours or a day. You know, that's all on the shippers and receivers. It's not the company's fault. So, do that. You know, you got to do your homework, guys and gals. And if you do that, you'll benefit from it, okay? So that's all there is for that. Make this short video here. If you run the system like that, you're going to be happy. They got plenty of freight to do it. Doesn't matter what town you live in. If you see, and this is another thing, if you're looking out that far, and let's say in Atlanta, let's say you go over to South Carolina or North Carolina, and they got a bunch of short loads there, and your stuff's drying up, then you get home on the weekend, see, because what you want to do is on Monday you get a load over there, and then run that area for the week, and then come back home. See, that way you're still running short, you got less miles in your truck, less maintenance, you're not buying that much fuel, and you're still making good money and home on the weekend. And then deadhead is not your enemy. See, that's what they teach you. Don't, you know, less deadhead the better. That's not true. And this is why it's not true. And we're gonna see. Oh, I got the green light. We're gonna debunk that theory. See, because let's say you're at a place that you delivered, it's $1.20 a mile out of there. It goes 300 miles, right? So it's $360. But let's say you got a load that goes 100 miles, that pays $360. But you're 100 miles away from it, right? People won't do it. They'll take the $1.20 because they're sitting right there. See, I'll deadhead the 100 miles to take the 100-mile load that pays $360. I got 200 miles into it. I got $1.80 a mile. Why take the $1.20 where I'm sitting when I can go do this for $1.80? That's why deadhead is not your enemy. Sometimes it's real profitable to deadhead, and sometimes it's real profitable to deadhead a lot of miles. So, for instance, if you got a load that's 200 miles and it's $600, pays $3 a mile, and you don't find something else around there, because the guys will take $1.20. See, I will deadhead all the way back 200 miles if they got another load of that going to the same place. Because if you do that, you got 400 miles invested for $600. It's $1.50. $1.50 is a lot better than $1.20 for all miles, right? So that's why deadhead can be your friend. So they're gonna bring my paperwork out, and so I'm gonna end the video here, so I get rolling. All right, everybody have a good day, and everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, and remember, if you're gonna come over here, you watch my videos, you like them, my driver ID is gonna be in that description box. You know, when you fill out the applications, you know, put my number down. If my information helped you, and you're gonna call me up, and I'm gonna help you out all the way through the way. You know, it's just nice to get a little compensation for that. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.